Hi, everyone. Happy New Year. Welcome to your gentle vinyasa. We're going to get started. So if you want to lie down, that's where we're going to begin. Welcome, Courtly. Good to have you. Um, as usual, I'm going to do a heart bench with something underneath my knees, but really whatever you have at home. If you want to lie flat in Shavasana, if you want to elevate your legs, if you want to put a pillow underneath your head, choose your own adventure. Just get nice and comfortable. Make sure that you're warm. You can start your playlist if you want, or something else, or nothing at all. And we're just going to get started. So here we go. So nice to be back with you all. Again, just making sure that you're comfy and cozy. You don't need yoga props if you don't have them. Give yourself a moment to get acclimated. Start to feel the weight of your body releasing on your mat, on your support. Let's take a nice long inhale through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. And inhaling through the nose. And exhaling out the mouth. Take a few more on your own. Let your tummy relax. Let your body and your heart start to welcome the breath. Really sweeping it through the body. Let the eyes start to draw back towards the base of your head. Forehead, skin relaxing towards the cheekbones. Feel the weight of your legs dropping down, your feet relaxing. Thighs heavy. Start to bring the breath down into the lower parts of the body from the belly, down into the pelvis and the hips, into the pelvic floor. Just sweeping the breath through. If you're breathing fully into the body, then you're breathing down into those lower parts naturally. Feeling the arms completely relaxed. Palms facing up in that receptive position. Calling in your restoration and your healing this morning. Continue to sweep the breath up into the upper chest, underneath the collarbones. Really expand the rib cage, front and back with the breath. Just a few more moments here. It's Capricorn season, so it's the energy of getting things done, taking care of business, getting our year ramped up, but always making space to come back to breath, to rest, to restore, because that is really the fuel we need to keep going and to really have some place to draw from. So we're not moving into a place of depletion, especially after our time off, where hopefully a lot of us got some rest and quiet time, downtime. Let's try to keep that rich energy to draw from. Taking a nice long inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. And we'll start to wiggle the fingers and toes and maybe rolling your ankles, maybe rolling your wrists. And we can start to stretch out through the arms anyway, maybe overhead, to the side, giving yourself a hug perhaps. Just allow it to be intuitive. Slowly waking up the body. Exploring different shapes. And let's reach the arms overhead, and we're going to take a really long morning stretch. So squeezing the body as we stretch overhead. Take a long breath in. Hold and squeeze and stretch. Reach through the legs, reach through the arms. And then exhale everything down. Let's do 2 more of these. Stretching overhead and through the legs. Inhaling. And squeeze the stress out of the body. And exhale. 1 more inhale. And exhale. Just take a last moment or 2 here in full release, full surrender. Nowhere else to be, nothing else to do except to draw your presence here into the body and connect with your breath. So if you are flat on the mat, you can stay there. If you have anything underneath you, just bend your knees and roll to the side so you can move it out of the way. And then we're all going to meet on our back, and we're going to bring our knees into the chest. So lying down, knees into the chest, and we'll rock around here, enjoying the firmness of the ground below, giving our lower back and our sacrum a nice massage. As you rock, maybe you want to open up your knees. Allow yourself to be a little playful with it. If I didn't already say it, you could roll your ankles as well. And then drawing your knees back together if they're apart, sending the legs up to the sky, rolling through your ankles, pointing and flex. Good, and then just let the feet relax and just pause here for a moment. Move the legs a little bit forward and back. Do you feel that motion on the lower back and into the hips, neutralizing your pelvis? And you can start to feel the reversal of circulation through your legs. And the movement can be very slight too. It doesn't have to be too deep, really. I can feel some tingling in my feet. It's always a good sign. And then we're going to bend the knees. Just take a long inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. We'll open up the arms with the palms facing up. We'll take the knees over to the right, turning the torso and gaze to the left. Giving yourself a nice morning stretch. We'll inhale back to center and over to the opposite side. Inhaling, exhale, coming back to center. We're going to send the legs up to the sky, and you're just going to slowly open them into a straddle. So you're widening the legs, just inhaling to open, and exhale, we're just going to slowly bring the legs back together. And we'll do this a few times, nice and slow. Feel the center of your sacrum really sturdy as it grounds into your mat. And your hands can be on your body or by your side. Just nice and slow, opening and closing, being very gentle. Just a couple more. Bringing the energy from our hips all the way up into the feet. Okay, and then we're going to bend the knees. You're going to bring the right ankle on top of the left thigh, pressing the right knee away from you. Flex the right foot. Start to draw that left thigh close to you. And we're not so warmed up yet, so just be gentle, not pressing too hard. Let the shoulders completely relax. You can close your eyes. Breathe into that hip. And then we're going to slowly release. Left ankle on top of the right thigh. Press the left knee away from you. Slowly draw the right knee in. Long, deep inhale and exhale. And then we're going to slowly release. So if it feels okay to you, we're going to rock forward and back like an egg on our spine. If it doesn't feel good, you can roll onto your side and come up. So we're going to hold onto the knees and just rock and give yourself a bit of a massage here. This is also really great to energize the spine, almost like an acupressure massage. Breathe while you do this. And then we're going to come all the way up and we're going to sit. So if you want to sit on something, you can set a cushion or a rolled blanket underneath you. And we will rise up into our tallest posture, please. When you feel ready, closing the eyes. Giving yourself a moment to get acclimated, plugging down into your sits bones, rising up from your belly, your ribs, your heart opening, shoulder blades sliding down the back, elbows are soft by your sides, noticing if the chin is jutting forward, adjusting the head so your crown is lifting straight up. And you could have your hands on your thighs facing down or up, or you could also bring maybe one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart, whatever your preference is. We'll take a nice long inhale and exhale. The year 2022, when you add up the numbers, equals 6. And in numerology, 6 is the frequency of destiny. So this is really a year for us to continue to step into our power in a very real way. It's the energy of us moving towards things that light us up, the relationships that light us up, having boundaries and letting go of things that don't work for us any longer, and that may be more apparent than ever now. It's about really tapping into why we think we're here on this planet in this moment, and what we're here to share and to offer our family, our community, our loves, and most importantly, ourselves. So just feeling into that for yourself. It's really important that we start to release the negativity that we hold within us, especially when it comes to our own self-image, the way we consciously or subconsciously talk to ourselves, those kind of negative programming. It's time for us to release that as much as possible. The more that we can catch that and rewire it, the better. Take a nice long inhale and exhale. Remembering that we are deserving of all the abundance, all the joy, all the peace, all the love, all the goodness that is out there in this world. It's our birthright. If we can learn to love ourselves enough to accept it. We'll bring the palms to press. Go ahead and give them a nice strong rub. And we'll press the palms strongly, thumbs to your heart. If you'd like to set an intention for this day, this weekend, this year, whatever calls to you. And we'll chant Om one time, allowing your throat chakra to really open up, vibrate that sound through the throat and through the body. So we'll inhale. And bow into your heart, honoring yourself for showing up to nurture yourself today. And there can be so many other things that could be taking your attention. And we'll release the hands down. And we're going to slowly rise back up. And you can keep the eyes closed if you'd like. We're just going to start to sway from side to side, letting our ear come to the shoulder. But rocking and just treating a very soft, fluid movement to create some opening. Let the shoulders really relax. Let the body be very supple. Just swaying like a flower in the wind. Stay with your breath. And then we're just going to start rolling the head. So chin towards the chest and rolling to that side and coming up to open the throat and rolling to the opposite side. Maybe the movement grows a little bit bigger and you start to spiral the whole upper body. Nice long breath. Very nice. Pulling all of that tension out of the upper body. Okay, and as the chin comes to the chest, just start to slide your hands towards the knees, elongate your arms, and round into the belly. And just pause, feeling that deep stretch across the back. And then we'll slide the hands up, lifting the belly, open up the heart, inhale. And exhale, hands to knees round. And, excuse me, continue. Inhale to open, exhale to round. All right, next tiny round. Coming back up to center, floating the arms up to the sky, lifting tall. Press the palms for a moment. Reach up, bring the thumbs behind you. So thumbs towards your spine, elbows pointed up. Bring the head back into the arms. Feel that through your triceps. Take a long breath in. And exhale. We'll reach the arms up to the sky. Start to swivel the arms back behind you. Clasp your fingers. Reach your knuckles down. Lift the belly. Lift the heart. Inhale. Exhale, chin to your chest. And inhaling. And exhale, chin to chest. One more inhale. And exhale. And coming back to center, release the hands. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together with a long diamond in between the legs. So there's space in between your heels and your hips, a good amount. And from here, we're going to reach the arms up on the inhale. We'll take the right hand down, swaying through your side. And we're going to do a bit side to side, traveling on your own. Nice. Now, as we reach to one side, we're going to start to pull this arm forward, and it's going to swivel us around to the opposite side. And we'll continue reaching forward over the toes and over the cheek. Good. Use your breath to sweep through some of that stiffness. And then as we swivel forward, let's pause. So we're going to bring both hands forward and draping yourself down. Breathe into your back. We're going to walk the hands over to the right side. And coming through to the left. And then back to center again, long breath in. And exhale to fold. And then we're going to slowly rise up, arms floating up. Inhale. Turning to your right. So we'll cross over here with that left arm. Inhale, tall, lift your chest. Exhale, turn the head back. Staying on this side, inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. One more inhale. Exhale, if you'd like, right ear tilting to right shoulder behind you. And chin towards your chest. We'll lift the head up, turning forward, reaching up. Inhale. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale, tall. Exhale, gently turn. Maybe left ear to left shoulder. And chin towards your heart. And then we'll lift the arms up to the sky. Inhale. Hands behind the head. Open up the chest. And then just rounding in for a moment. If you want to rock here, swaying into the neck and the back. And then we'll open up the heart. Reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, slowly bring them down. Here, we're going to open up the legs, and you could be on something for this, like a pad, or you could just be flat. So feet are flexed, and we're just going to roll here all the way around. The hands can be wherever you want them to be. Just nice and easy into that groin area in our legs. Staying with that very supple energy, very much going with the flow. Keep the breath moving, long, slow inhale, long, slow exhale. And if you'd like to fold forward and pause for a few moments, you can, or if there's a lot of tightness, just keep rocking. If you're folding forward, really activate your legs and draw your pinky toes back behind you so the toes aren't folding forward. Just a few more breaths wherever you are, if you're folded or if you're moving. slowly walk the hands in, meeting at center. Just bring your hand down to your belly towards your womb space. Relax your shoulders. Take a long breath in and exhale. Shoulders relax, jaw release, legs heavy. Again, inhale. Exhaling down into your pelvic floor. One more inhale. And exhale. And then just release your hands. You can take your hands to your inner knees and just help the legs back in. And we'll move on to all fours when you're ready. So, excuse me, drink of water here. So coming onto all fours and then moving into cat and cow. Wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Really ground your hands into the mat and start to flow here. Inhale to open, exhale to round. Face relaxed. Opening up the spine, opening up the hips, opening up the heart, the throat. And then the next time you round, we're going to come back to neutral, center, and then circle the hips all the way around, forward, side to side, and back. Couple more. Okay, and then we're going to draw the hips back, tucking the toes. Take a moment and just press back into your feet. And then we're going to slowly rise and begin to move into downward dog. So pedaling the feet one at a time, bending the knees, feet hips width, palms spreading, shoulders open. Good. And then from downward dog, we're going to start to move forward to plank. And you can always take your knees down, heart reaching forward, gaze over the top of the mat, feeling that power lifting up and through the arms. And then we're going to slowly lower to the belly, tops of the feet press, hugging your elbows into the side body. Inhale to open and lift the heart, baby cobra. Exhale, pushing back into child's pose. Let's open up the knees, rest the forehead to the mat, or maybe a support or a prop. Let your exhale deepen, get that nice pressure into your forehead. going to slowly walk the hands closer to the knees to rise up. Take a moment here. Take a breath. And then we're going to keep the knees open. You're going to walk the hands forward more to like a tabletop situation. And then you're going to rock your hips forward. And you can see about lifting your feet, but you don't have to. They could stay down. Rocking forward and then back. You want to lift to open the heart, draw your shoulders down the back. And back and forth. Exactly, getting that nice opening across the pelvis. Slow and steady. All right, the next time we come back, if you have your socks on, it could be a good time to take your socks off if you want. We're going to move back into downward dog. So when you're ready, take a moment here in the shape, either with your knees softly bent or with legs straight. You could stay here, or if you want a little bit more power, coming forward to plank. Navel to spine energy, pressing the floor away from you. Good, slowly lowering to the belly, lifting to open up the heart. Exhale, shifting it back to downward dog. We'll begin to walk the hands back towards the toes, parallel your feet, and just let yourself melt in Uttanasana. Bring some more weight to the fronts of the feet and let yourself fold. Head releasing, long breath over the back body. If you want to take a hold of opposite elbows, go for it. Maybe a little sway from side to side. If you'd like, clasping the hands behind the back, reaching your knuckles up and over. And then we're going to release the arms, bending your knees, very, very slowly rolling all the way up. Take your time, head arriving last. Getting to the top, shoulders down the back, take a long breath in. And exhale. We'll sweep the arms up to the sky. Maybe a little bit of a back bend if that feels good, really press into your feet. Exhale, open the arms and swan dive down to the mat. Tap your fingertips to your shins, heart forward, inhale. Exhale to release. And continue that, rolling up, arms lifting, rising, a little back bend. Rolling down, good. Just continue that flow. Enjoy that warmth you're creating, that space in the body that you're creating. All right, and then we're gonna slowly rise up, shoulders down the back. When you meet me here, whenever that is fine. We're gonna reach the arms up to the sky, parallel palms, focus your eyes. We're gonna lift the heels and play with our balance. Good, and then we're gonna bring the heels down. You're gonna bend your knees and we're gonna press the palms and reach forward, hinging over the thighs. And then we're gonna rise up. You're gonna open up your palms, straighten the legs, lift the heels with your breath. And we'll continue. Heels down, bending those knees, put your seat all the way back, press the palms maybe, and reach forward. I like to hook my thumbs here when I press the palms. Good, rise up, lift the heels, breathing. Heels down, seat back, bend those knees, reach it forward, strengthening your back, strengthening your core, strengthening those legs. And one more, rising up, inhale, heat rising here, and heels down, bend those knees, last time, folding forward. Feel that power in the body. Release your arms, fold, let the head go. Maybe start to straighten the legs a bit. And then from here, with the knees slightly bent, you're gonna roll up halfway, and then you're just gonna sway from side to side. Very much like a rag doll, just loose and easy. And then as we're kind of rocking here, we're just gonna roll up. There's really no wrong way to do this. We're just gonna roll up and we're going to just roll in the upper body. I'm just kind of circling my head and the arms are heavy and hanging. And maybe you're rocking back down to the mat, or maybe you're staying high and you're just moving. Maybe the hips start to rock a little bit. It's like, almost like you're just full of jelly or something. Move all of that tension out of the body. A couple more breaths. Okay, and then just start to make your way back into center, into standing. Slowly, you may get a little bit dizzy, that's okay. Let's bring the hands onto the belly, stamp into your feet, lift tall, take a long breath in through the nose. Exhale out through your mouth. One more inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Feel your hips over your ankles. Feel your shoulders over the hips. Start to lift the heart again. Neck long, head and crown rising. Feel that strong Tadasana mountain pose energy through the body. Very rooted, very regal and tall. And then we're going to bring the hands onto the hips and you're just going to open up the feet nice and wide, toes forward and heels back. Here we're going to lift and open up the heart. And exhale, folding forward. If the knees need to bend a little bit, go for it. Fingertips underneath the shoulders pretty much. Reach the waist forward, bring more weight to the fronts of the feet. And then we're going to melt down if that's available too. So you're either holding with this longer waist or you're walking the hands down and dropping the head. Maybe nodding the head. A few more breaths. And then we're going to walk the hands forward. Take a breath. Reaching the right hand underneath your heart. You could even bend your right knee a little bit, reaching the opposite arm up to the sky. And then releasing to switch sides. And releasing that hand down. We're going to really pour our weight into the feet. Bring the hands to the hips. Slowly rise up with that core and back control, lifting slowly. Breathing to the top. Good. We're going to bring our heels in. So toes out, heels in. And then we're going to bend into the knees into that goddess shape. Hands into prayer at your heart. Straightening up to inhale. Exhale, arms come down. Back into exactly. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Continue for a few more. Feel that nice stretch across your pelvis, the power in the legs, firing up. Use your breath. Okay, hands to prayer. Just pause, thumbs to your heart. Lift the heart, sink lower. You may even want to play with closing your eyes for a moment. I know the balancing is hard, but see maybe about just giving it a try. A few more breaths. I know the legs are firing up. I feel it too. All right, and then we're going to straighten up. Just take a breath here. We're going to reach the arms straight out. We're going to move into warrior two with the right foot forward. So that right foot turns to the top of the mat. You start to bend into that right knee. Back leg is straight. Nice. Right knee over the right ankle if possible. Coming back to reverse, breathing. And then lifting up, right elbow to right thigh. Reach that left arm up to the sky, open your heart. You can stay here or reach the left arm over your cheek. Nice. Slowly rising up. Straighten that right leg, lift tall, coming back to reverse. Slowly lifting up. Plant those feet down as you reach into Trikonasana. Lightness in the right hand as you come down, left arm reaching. Gaze to the left fingertips. If anybody wants a left arm variation, you could wrap the arm behind you to thread it. You could reach over your left cheek, whatever is calling to you, or just reaching up. Then slowly rising up. Take a breath, turn that right foot in, bring your hands to prayer for a moment, and just realign at your center. Good. Softly bend the left knee. So you can turn the left foot to the top of the mat for warrior two on the left side, spreading it out. Good. Coming back to reverse. Lifting up. Left elbow to left thigh. Reach the right arm up to the sky. And then send it over your cheek. Or just reach up if that feels better. And then slowly rising, straightening that left leg. Take a breath. Back to reverse. Lifting up, space in that left hip, reaching forward, coming down, Trikonasana. Taking any same variation that you took on the opposite side. And then we're going to slowly rise up. And we're going to bend the knee again on this side, drawing back to reverse. And we're going to cycle the arms down to the inside of that left foot, the right heel lifting, coming down onto the right knee. So left foot forward, hands are at the inside of the left foot, and the foot can get as wide as you want. Just breathing here. And then we're going to slowly rock the hips back, flex that left foot, reaching into the hamstring. Bending into that left knee. And then we're going to slowly come back onto all fours, press into your palms, and we're just going to circle the head and the hips. Circling the head and the hips, the elbows can also bend. And then we're going to circle our way into downward dog, pressing it back. You can stay here, or if you'd like a little bit of a flow, coming forward to plank, either in a full plank or knees down. And then we're going to lower to the belly, tops of the feet press, inhale to open your heart. Exhale up onto the knees. And we're going to take our time, move our hands a little bit more to the left, and step the right foot forward. And coming into this psoas stretch on the right side, heart open, soft gaze. Slowly rocking the hips back, flexing the right foot. Bending into that right knee, coming back to all fours, pressing into your palms, cat and cow. Inhale to open, exhale to round. You could stay here, maybe moving into downward dog. You could stay here or forward for last vinyasa to plank. Feeling that power, lowering down. Inhale to open your heart. And exhaling back into child's pose. And then we're going to slowly take our time to walk the hands in. Taking a moment with the head above the hips. Taking a few breaths. And then we're going to come and sit in the middle of the mat. If you want to put on your socks, now would be a good time, or any extra layers, or grab your blankets. Okay, so we're going to lie down. And we're going to come back into ankle to knee and see if we can find a little bit more space in the hip. So let's bring the right ankle back onto the left thigh, flexing that right foot and bringing the knee into the body, relaxing your shoulders. You can close your eyes. Feeling the base of your head heavy on the mat. And then slowly release. Left ankle on top of the right thigh. Drawing it in. Left foot flexed. And then releasing. We're going to open up the knees, coming into happy baby. So soles of the feet on the ceiling. You can catch your hands onto your shins, or you can grab the outer edges of your feet and let your knees get wide and rock here. Send your breath down into the hips. All right, and then releasing those legs, bringing the thighs back together. We're going to bring the toes up overhead again, so legs to the sky. Now, you're welcome to just stay here, or you could open up the legs into a straddle for a few breaths, or we can start to inch the toes over towards the head and maybe even towards Halasana plow pose. So I'm going to let you kind of lead the way because everyone needs something different and not everyone likes this shape. So whatever you'd like, we're just going to take a moment or two in our version. If you are moving into plow, you could either have the palms on the mat or hands towards your back. Your gaze is straight up to your thighs without moving the head. Long, smooth breath. And then we're going to slowly roll down or meet at center, whatever it may be. Bend your knees, hug the right knee into the chest, send the left leg long to the mat. And then we're going to send the right knee over into a twist, right arm is long. Reaching out, gaze turning to the right, breathing into your side, into your shoulder, into your palm. Slowly moving back to center, hug the right knee in and switch. Left knee in, right leg long. Send the left knee over to the right and then reach out through the left. Taking a long breath in and exhale, coming back to center, hugging that left knee in. And if you are ready, starting to set yourself up to rest in Shavasana with props, with pillows, with something underneath your knees, the blanket on top. Or if there's any last shape that you need, go ahead and release. Long, smooth breaths to take you down into your rest. Beginning to slowly deepen your breath, bringing soft movement back into the fingers, toes, jaw. Stretching out any way that feels good to you, overhead, to the side. And let's slowly begin to bend your knees and start to roll to your side. Take your time. And moving slowly to carefully build yourself back up to your seat. Use your hands to press yourself back up, maybe even keeping the eyes soft or closed. When you arrive at center, see where your hands want to fall, on your lap, on your torso, on your belly, on your heart. And come back to your long, smooth breath, grounding back into your center, letting your practice wash over you so that it can stay with you for as long as possible. So bring the palms to press, give them that nice rub. Palms pressing, thumbs to your heart center, aligning back into your intention that you may have set earlier. Breathe into it, visualize it, call it towards you. And bow into your heart, honoring yourself and all that you show up for. Namaste, Satnam. Thank you so much for being here with me. It's so great to be back with you, and I look forward to practicing with you in this new year and keeping ourselves peaceful and healthy and restored. So thank you so much. Have a beautiful weekend and hope to see you all soon. Thank you.